You are listening to the Soul Curators podcast, where we get into the funk and soul of things. It's all about good conversations about music. So come join us.
Welcome to the Soul Curators podcast, season 3 opener. We told y'all we were coming back on some strong shit, and we are doing that definitely. It's your man, your big cousin, Mr. Goodbar here, representing the Remedy from Houston, Texas. And I got the family in the building with me. Of course, we got to start with the queen mother herself, Miss Christina Curates. What's good, sis?
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
I love the cheerful. She's so cheerful.
That's what we need right now.
You know what I mean?
Outside as hell, bro.
Got my big little brother up in here, Mr. Soup's Kitchen. What's good, boss?
What's going on?
Listen, man. What we doing up there in Cleveland, bro? What's going on up there?
We doing a lot.
We got a lot. We got a lot of shit to talk, me and you.
Ohio State just won.
So he knew. Now he knew what my first question was going to be, so that's why he had to throw that.
And shout out to Mr. Al Pete on the check-in. Listen, we have a very, very special guest, friend of the show, friend of all of our platforms, somebody we've been a fan of for eons and eons, it seems like. And about time we break bread with the one and only, the legendary, the incredible producer, composer, artist, musician, baseball player, dad, all the hats. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. We got Zo on the Soul Curators podcast. Word up.
Yes, sir. What's good?
What up, though? I ain't put my D hat on today because, I got to rep my, I mean? But, you know where my heart at, that. You know where my heart at. Thank you so much, Zo, for joining us, man. Long time coming. We've been waiting to talk to you. We, you know, the love is real between us. We love bumping into you when we see you at shows and all of that, man. And it's just great to chop it up with you, man. Salute, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Great to be on. We've been talking about this for about a half year.
Yes. Look, I know we got to do the professional poise, right side interview and all of that, but fuck all that right now. I got to say something. What y'all did with the Kindred the Family Soul cover of the Raw Soul song, I gotta go into fan mode immediately. We gonna jump this off talking about that. I don't know. Listen, man, it is that remix you guys did. I heard the original, so when I heard the remix, when I said the departure, and it's like I don't even want to hear the original no more, respectfully, because y'all did such an amazing job on that. I have got to know the story behind how that came together, how y'all put it together, because it is. I've been forcing people to listen to it, like who ain't heard it. Like, I love it to death, man.
Nah, thank you. That was Fatine reached out to us to do that remix over the summer. And we was like, bet, let's do it. And I think we finished that joint in like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, something like that. In the midst of us working on our own album, like we knocked that out. But Terrell, Tall Black Guy, did the heavy lifting on that one. Like that was kind of his vision, and he was the brainchild behind that one. Like taking the vocals and slowing them up and splicing them and he like his mind operates. It operates different. And I remember he sent me he kind of sent me the rough of what he was working on. I was like, oh yeah, man, I can't wait. I think at the time I was actually I had just landed in Detroit with my daughter, and we playing it in the car. I was like, yo, man, I had to call him like, yo, man, I can't wait to get back here to work on it. And we worked on it, had some, added some more layers, some more candy, and some more colors onto it, and they was really rocking with it. So, I think, and I never really say that something is my favorite, but as far as remixes go, I think that one is my favorite of ours.
Listen, I'm gonna turn it over to Christina Curates, but I have to say, man, listen, I can't stop listening to that shit, man. You sent it to me. I appreciate you for shooting it over. I'm trying not to play it too much on the air because I'll play it every week. I love it, man. I love it, man.
We'll take it.
Shout out to my brother DJ Mr. Wilson in LA. He and I we had a long conversation about that record. So he spins it on his Twitch and all of that. So yeah, man, salute, man. I really love that song, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So since we're talking about you and Tall Black Guy, the music that you guys make is like really just truly organic. Can you tell our listeners, for those that don't know, because I know we know, but can you tell our listeners how you guys connected?
Well, we actually first connected back in 2013 because he had done a remix of "This Could Be the Night" for the FE Reworks album, and we hadn't met in person at the time. He was living in the UK, and we would just shoot messages back and forth. I think at the time, like, we'll shoot all the time in my adult life. I'm trying to like be fit and lose weight, and sometimes it works, sometimes I'll be on the street. Exactly, like it's just we're just at the point now where health is basically a full-time job. So, we started talking about that. Like, we weren't even connecting over music. We was connecting on that because he was actually on the same journey at the time. And so, we would just hit back and forth, whatever. And it wasn't until like 2017, his wife, his lady at the time, but his wife now, who I've known basically since I've been in Maryland. She was like, she would be like, yo, Terrell is in town, and I'm looking at my phone like, why you keep telling me that Terrell is in town? Like, what do you? And then I finally put two and two together when we got together. I'm like, oh, they actually okay, cool. So we met that way. We basically met through Kelly, aka DJ Cleveland Brown. Shout out to her. And again, like, we met, we was we cool like nothing, but we didn't even get up again until 2019 when I was going through my little personal shit and divorce and separation, all that stupid shit. And I'm trying to make records, and I'm feeling myself kind of plateauing at the time creatively. And I'm talking to Fonte, and me and Tay are just kind of chopping up, and he's like, yo, man, why don't you try collaborating with somebody? And I'm like, okay. So we start going down the line. We hit on Tall Black Guy because at the time he was now living here. He was living in Maryland. He was in Hyattsville, and that's nothing but 20-30 minutes away from me. So I think after we got off the phone, or like, I think I hit him up, just called him just out the blue. I was like, yo, man, what you think about, getting up in the studio? He was like, bet. And like literally the next day he was here. And the first joint we did was crazy. And it hasn't come out yet still, but it was crazy. And we were.
Wait, it hasn't come out yet?
It hasn't come out. It hasn't surfaced yet. It hasn't surfaced on anything yet. So, we were just sitting there looking at each other like, why we didn't do this shit earlier, man? Like, this is crazy. But I mean, things happen when they supposed to happen. Like, I'm a firm believer in that. Like, if we'd have done it in 2013, it may have sounded different. We'd have done it in 2017, same thing. It happened how it was supposed to happen. And pretty much from there, like, as long as he was still living in Maryland, we were getting up like every week or every other week. And that's pretty much how we made Abstractions. We did Abstractions pretty much in the same room all the time. Whereas, this project, it's a little bit different because he's back in Detroit now. Yep. He's back in Detroit now. So, when we can get in the same room, we do. So like if we have a show like, in the area, if we have a show in DC or if we have a show in Baltimore, he may come out a day or two early, so we can get some work in and then go play the show. Then he goes back home. You know what I mean? So we try to keep that same thing because we really think that we work best in the same space. Like it's an energy that you have. And, I'm here on keys or I'm here on bass and, he's programming drums and like we're literally feeding off of each other as we're creating. That's how like Talking to Myself came about, for example. Talking to Myself would not have come about like that if we were just sending stuff back and forth. Like that joint happened whereas he's programming the drums and I'm playing the keys and he's responding to what I'm playing by programming the drums to kind of bounce off of what I'm playing. You know what I mean? So it's very much hand in glove type of production. And I really feel like I've caught lightning twice first with Fonte and then now with Tall Black Guy, which, that doesn't happen a lot.
I was going to say, I mean, I know you have a question, Suits, but just the connection, you can just see the connection, you can feel the connection in the music. And then when you guys are live, it's like y'all can make an album off of your live shit. Because sometimes it sounds like it's like freestyle. It may be something that y'all have already talked about, but definitely the connection is very visible.
Yeah, the live out, like I would love to do a live album, but like as an indie artist, shit, it's hard enough to get people to listen to our studio album. So I'm like, shit, let's just go ahead and push that. And then, you know, if you want to come see us live, come on see us face to face.
You mentioned how you guys made abstractions. Was airplane mode made? Was he making that at the same time y'all were doing the abstractions out?
I think he was.
I can't say.
If I'm remembering right, I think he may have been wrapping it up, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, but I think he was at the end of it, or he had already released. I can't remember, but it was close. It was airplane mode. It was the other joint that he did during the top of the pandemic.
Yeah, with that, it's one of the title tracks got Devin Morrison on it.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
And then it was the joint that he moved to Cleveland to basically just produce and executive produce, and he was just kind of over that. So he was working on like 4 or 5 projects at the same time while we were putting abstractions out, and I guess it worked to his advantage because at that time, you know, of course, nobody was on the road, so. Right. We had nothing but time to be in the studio, but still, like, you know, you kind of running yourself into the ground doing 4 projects at the same time.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I remember talking to him about the Cleveland joint and how stressful that was trying to get artists and things like that. So I definitely felt that, you know, when we was talking. But one question that I have real quick with you working with Tall Black Guy and just having that creativity side with him, like how, I know you talked about it a little bit, but just how rejuvenated were you just being able to have this artist and then also working with other artists like, you know, Be My Fiasco and different artists like that? How did that just really revamp your music and the music you got going on up in your head? I really feel like it revamped my career at the time. Like I felt like, you know, when you are going through any type of personal turmoil or separation or whatever, and you're in here by yourself, and when you're in here by yourself, you in your head, and you try to, you know, say, you know, you're trying to have the poker face on for your kid, and you know, it's just it's a lot going. It's a lot of change, and I'm not big on change like that. Like I kind of like, you know, I'm not into astrology like that, but I from what they say, I'm a textbook Virgo. So like I like my shit planned out, and I like things, you know, I like to be able to see things. I don't like surprises, all that stuff. So I really do think that our collaboration kind of just set me on a much better path musically. In particular, just expanding the sound and expanding the colors that you know can be played with, and you know, even expanding the audience, because at that point it's like, yo, you know, now his listeners get to hear me and my listeners get to hear him, and we kind of cross-pollinate those audiences too. So it was perfect timing. It was perfect timing.
So look, like, I know we have a lot of questions that we want to pose to you and give you an opportunity to kind of, you know, give us insight on a lot of the things that you've been doing and that you're currently doing. But I'm gonna pause all of that right now, and I'm gonna ask you to take a second to just to talk your shit, because let's just keep it 100. Like, and you know, with, you know, as we research, we don't have to really research you because we've always been following you. We always have been there. We've been there since day one. Since you had the Blue album with just your face on it with no hat on, like all of that. So we know all of that, but we also have to, you see it, so we have to cater to our listeners as well. And I want those who might not know to realize how your library of your discography stands up against anybody else's. Like, you have a library of music that you've created that we have barbershop fights about this shit because it's like it's so incredible and it feels like we've grown up with it and you truly make music for people doing grown ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not crazy. It's not over the top. It's just right there where we are. You know, just the regular people who just go to work every day, take care of their family, take care of their business, but love funk, love soul, love house and hip hop and all of the things that we grew up on. You allow us to keep those things while we handle the responsibilities of adulthood. That's what your music represents to me. And I know it's so curated. So when we talk about, you know, you just celebrated an anniversary of an album. Was it Forefront or was it
Forefront? Yeah, last month.
Congratulations on that anniversary.
Congratulations.
And I mean, I just want to we want to salute you. We want to make sure that we congratulate you. And we know you don't look in the rear view too much because you got too much ahead of you. But we want to take a second to give you your flowers and let you know that like this is a situation of love. We love your music. We love your catalog. We love what you do. You are one of the artists that we say that we trust. Anything you drop, we don't need to hear no preview. We don't need no single. It's on. It's just whatever.
Right. And that's always the goal. Like that's always been my goal from day one when I decided to just make music full time or just make music as, you know, the majority of my time and is, you know, to make that music. Cause I mean, you know, when we all, you know, 30s, 40s, 50s. So, I mean, we understand the world before the net, before you could preview things, before you bought it. I mean, even before Blockbuster Video or Blockbuster Music had the headphone stations. Yep. We know that life before that, where you like look at the cover, you like, you know what I'm saying? So I've always based like, you know, I have a baseball and a sports background. So my mindset is always competitive. I as much as I want to leave it alone, I cannot. I know people always say, well, you know, you should collaborate and instead of being competitive, nigga, I do both. So we gonna collaborate and we gonna be competitive because I want to be able to you know, shake hands, give hugs to my brothers and sisters, but also, you know, if we get on stage or if we are working on a song, like I want to be able to kill niggas too. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be on that mode as well. So it's like always been my focus and my main goal was to make music so that when you see my name on it, you just grab it. Like it's no question about it. You know it's gonna be dope, and you grab it and you can tell other people about it. You know what I mean? And play it in front of your kids for the most part.
That's a fact.
And my baby girl was born to one of your songs, so she was on my chest listening to Count to Five. That's one of the songs that she would not go to bed unless Count to Five was playing. as I'm sitting in the rocking chair with her, like she would not.
I know that life.
Yeah.
Yep, I know that life.
So I know that this year, 2024, you attended the playlist retreat.
Yep, sure did.
Yes. Okay. So can you talk about that experience? And also, is there someone in particular that you met that you were like, okay, you know what? I gotta work with this person.
Oh man, it was so many. It was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was like 100 of us. And the play, like I don't really have no words for playlists. What Jeff is doing, it's unbelievable. Cause I mean, he basically opens up his crib to his favorite artists or, you know, artists that he loves or respects or, you know, what have you. Like it's amazing. It's really amazing. And like you get in there, shit, I wanted to work with everybody. There was so many people, you know, that I followed for years, you know, seeing them on like, oh shit, it's cartoons. Oh, it's Gareth Duncan, who I had just met overseas in the UK. DJ Macy, like De La Soul was there, you know what I mean? So funny story, like I walked in, went into my trailer, put my stuff down, and I'm kind of walking around and there's Maceo. And I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. You know, De La Soul, 3 Feet High Rise. I was in 5th grade. Like this was my record. This was my record. And you know, we meet or whatever. And I wanted to give him props because I know that he plays We're on the Move when he's out. And so I walked up to him. I'm like, yo, man, Zo, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, thank you for showing love to We On The Move. He was like, yo, that's you. Yo, I fucking love that record. Like, he's going off, and I'm sitting there like, no, I'm supposed to be doing this to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, that's like the microcosm of the whole playlist, or at least the first day, where you start seeing people that whose music you love, folks you just been following for years, and it's like, yo, there's Mad Keys over there, yo. Clark Kent pulled up, rest in peace. Like, it was everybody. Jake One, Vitamin D, like everybody was there. And what's really dope about it is that all that ego shit, none of it. And I tell people all the time, I was like, it's just all of us in this space. We talking shop, we talking shit, we cracking jokes. We breaking bread. At the end, we collaborate, make music, and kind of it's kind of set up as a contest, but it's not really a contest. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of fun. Just some like, you're gonna get your assignment at this time, and you better be done at this time, and then we all break bread and listen to everybody's work. Like, it's really, really dope. I think the best part about the shit for me that I kind of took from it was not only did the egos just checked at the door, but also the fact that, when you wake up in the morning, you go get breakfast and you walking through, and you walking by, it's like, oh shit, it's fucking Spinderella. Oh shit, it's so-and-so. Oh shit, it's so-and-so. Everybody speaking. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Good morning. How you doing? How'd you sleep? It's like, I'm like, it's almost like a musical utopia, if there is one. And it's like the closest thing to that. I was so happy that was my first one, and maybe I'm acting like it's my first one, but I am grateful enough to go back again this month too. So,
oh shit,
yeah, really, really, really looking forward to it. Like, it was a super recharge. I will say that, because, like I said, when you get in here and you start getting in your head on a day-to-day basis. You may have some shows that are like, show will sell out here, but then you go to the next city and it's like half capacity. Then you start thinking like, damn, should I really be doing this? Or he
talking about Cleveland. He talking about Cleveland.
or like you put up a post or something like that, and it's like, oh well, damn, this shit, only about 5 people saw this joint. And you put up something else that's like silly, and like 50 million people see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really, it's a being
or they don't read.
They do not. They do not. So it's like, being an indie artist is a real, it's a mind fuck, man. It's you're really you're a small business owner. And if you ask any small business owner, if they have a brick and mortar shop, if they are just doing it, with online stuff, everybody will tell you, like, the highs be high, but them lows be low, bro. Like, and me and Tall Black was on the phone joking about the shit. Was it today? Because we was talking about, every month's budget is different. So like, this month, shit, we can go on a tour of 10 cities, and I can pay for that shit by myself. Whereas next month, I'm staying in the crib. Like, we got to chill out this month.
Understandable.
All right, I got a question though, but I have to, before I ask this question, you mentioned shows, and it brought up something, a memory that I have. And Lord, I pray Marquetta is not hearing this. If you do, Marquetta, I love you. I love you. You know where I'm going with this though. So you were in Houston a couple of years ago. Now, generally, when you are here, either with Carmen or with Cy or with Tall Black and Deborah, I'm usually hosting that show. I usually get asked to host that show, which is why we bump into each other so often. This particular show, I didn't do it. I wasn't invited. I wasn't asked to do it. And I felt some kind of way personally, but I ain't say nothing. So I go to the show, and I mean, like, I kind of host shows a certain way. I expect a lot out of my crowd. So I'm really I'm not with the sitting down shit. I'm not a fan of it. I don't do that. This particular show, it was looking like church in there, and I was like, I wasn't comfortable. And I kind of stood to the side with a couple of people. We were up and we was kind of rowdy and everything, and everybody was just looking at us crazy because we know all the songs, we singing along, we doing all that. We trying to give you the energy I know you looking for, but you're not getting it from these people in the seats. They just going. I'm like, it's driving me crazy. So I'm gonna try to make sure the next time you come to Houston that I am on this bill to make sure when you walk out that it's too loud for you to even hear yourself. Because that's how I get down.
The thing that I wish that people would understand, just like you said, with the energy giving back, that is, if you understood what type of show you could potentially get, gave that energy back to us, because our energy, like our show, and I think I kind of think that a lot of people who may be like first timers think that because we play, they make boxes in this group of like neo soul or whatever. So we just gonna come out on stage and we gonna be, snapping fingers and chilling, and it's just gonna be a laid back show when it's really, really not. Like I said, I'm competitive. Tall Black is the same way because he comes from a sports background as well, and so is Debo. Like Debo is she's a monster performer. So. Mm-hmm. If you ask Debo, like she prefers to be like, funk, rock, that like stuff with edge. So, she's gonna come on stage on fire. Mm-hmm. And, that's the type of energy that we bring. And it's difficult to hold that energy like that when you're sitting there like this.
Dog, I'm sitting in the audience like, I'm embarrassed for my city. Because I know we know better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we know better. Like, I'm the chastise. I chastise crowds. Hey, we didn't come. Nobody told you to wear them hard bottoms. Put on some sneakers. We about to do some other shit here.
I'm gonna tell you what was dope about that Houston show though. There was a couple who brought their family. Like they brought their kids, and one of them was like, I think she was 13, 14 or something like that. And like a huge fan, like super huge fan. I think he had hit me up and was like, yo, I know this is a tall ass, but like, can I bring my daughter backstage to meet y'all and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, cool. Do it. This might be her first show. Like she might remember this for forever. You know what I mean? And they brought her back. We took pictures with the whole family. Everybody was super cool. That couple was up the whole time. Mm-hmm. Like they was up and dancing. I was like, word up. I embarrass your goddamn kids, nigga. Like, So what I do is, if it's a crowd that's kind of chilling that night, like I will try to focus on the ones who are up.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
And that's what keeps my energy up as well. Or like, just be on stage because, we and if you ever been to an FE show, it's the same thing. Like, we have fun on stage and we're cracking jokes because that's who we are. And a lot of times I know with myself and Tall Black in particular, because we are producers. So when you play the records, you're not hearing us. You don't ever hear our voices. You don't ever get to connect with our personalities at all, ever. Like it's a lot of people who come to the shows be like, damn, I ain't know you was that tall, because they ain't even know what the hell we look like, you know what I mean? Or, they be like, well, which one is Tall Black Guy? You know what I mean? So it's like, when we get on stage and we had this chance to really let our personality shine and let what we're about shine through, like we want to do it, 5-10-fold, you know what I mean? So it's really fun for us. Like I really, really enjoy performing on stage, and I want that to show to everybody. Like we really want to be here.
Just know that next time y'all come to the H, if Marquetta got somebody else up there, I'm taking the mic, bro. I'm just gonna take it. Because the MC was a nice guy. He was really nice, y'all. No lie. He was a nice guy, nice gentleman. But I think what happens is he saw instruments on stage. So he thought it was gonna be on some violin type, we sitting down and dinner champagne type shit.
Yeah.
Not knowing it's about to be active up in here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I always turn my Apple Watch on. I set like the workout to mix cardio before we get on stage.
All right.
And I'm burning 700 to 1,000 calories per show.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I digress. Marquette, I love
you. Y'all need to have a conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk. We gotta talk. But okay, back to the interview. So a while back, Sai was in my studio, I want to say March of 2020. And she was the one who told me about the project you were helming for her that ended up coming out in 2024. But at the time, it was just you. So now it was you and Tall Black Guy. So it made me wonder, it was such an excellent project. I wanted to know, like, now that you two have kind of found an energy as far as in the studio together, as far as producing, are you kind of more a fan of like an artist just coming to you and just say, hey, I need you to helm this project from top to bottom? Or are you okay with just like a couple of tracks here or there? I mean, because I think that y'all energy is so unique and incredible that I think an artist, like after listening to what y'all did with Sai, I would love to hear, you guys just take over a project or artist. How do you feel about that?
That's I think after what we've been going through with this album, that's going to be kind of the focus, at least in the near future, to kind of just take one artist, cut an album on them, take another artist, cut an album on them, while also doing our, solo side stuff as well. But, but really maintaining that focus. And, I really, everybody in here reads. So in reading like Nile Rodgers' book, The Freak, and hearing him talk about how he and Bernard Edwards would like get to know the artists and, hang out with them and all that kind of stuff. And same thing with Jam and Lewis. They did the same thing. Like, you ever hear their story about working with Janet and sitting down and really, really getting to know her and going out to the mall and going here and hanging out. So you can like really craft that music around this artist and their personality. It's a lot bigger. Like I swear to God, man, we just had this conversation today. It's a lot bigger than, just handing out beats and be like, write to this. Right. Like it's in some ways it kind of feels impersonal. Like we get it done, particularly with the compilation style albums that we put out. But, I think kind of moving forward, we want to like just really dig in and, let's go kick it and let's get to know this person. It's like, it's we're really big on relationship building anyway. That's a lot of what we do as is. So it's like, let's take that and hone it into the studio. And, I really do think that particularly with the Sai album, the stuff we was doing for D-Brock, the stuff we do for B-My, like you can tell that we have a friendship. You can tell that we have love for these artists, and they love us back because it's like we're really putting a lot of care into what we're doing for them and making sure that the audience hears that as well.
They all spoke super highly of you guys' contributions when we spoke with them. And
word, thank you, man.
How they felt comfortable and felt safe, and particularly Brock mentioned that too, because that was a big project for him.
Yeah.
It was very complimentary of how you guys kind of embraced him and made him a comfortable space to kind of be back where he is.
And that's another important piece that a lot of folks don't really talk about, or even a lot of men don't talk about, particularly with working with women artists and just making the space welcome, making it comfortable. That if you come work with us, we ain't on that fuck shit. We ain't on no, we trying to go to bed with you, like we ain't on none of that. You know what I mean? Like we trying to put this music out and make sure that, everybody is represented very well.
Right.
That's important. I'm sure that's definitely important because there's a lot of shady ass people in the world.
And the stories I've heard.
Yes. So speaking of Tall Black Guy, do you have, or what is one of your favorites from him?
My favorite from him is Faster Than the Speed of Light by Mario and Malice Sweets. That shit is crazy. I remember a friend of mine put me onto that this may have been like 2012. And, you know, I'm listening to it because my whole thing as a producer, like, I want to listen to people. I want to listen to music that's going to make me be like, yo, when I get home, I got to go to the studio. Like when I got to get into the studio, like, or like, I wish I would have made that shit. Like, that's crazy. And that's exactly what that song did. I heard that and I was like, oh shit, man, I wish I'd have did that. Like I wish I'd have did that. And you know, that I was like, yo, this is big respect. That to this day is still probably my favorite Tall Black joint.
Don't worry, we're gonna ask him the same thing when we talk to him. Don't worry about you.
Man. I'm about to ask you a question. I thought Christina was gonna ask this question because I really shouldn't be asking this question, but it's a rapid fire question. I'm gonna ask you real quick.
Oh, you taking my question? Go ahead.
U of M or MSU?
U of M.
You wasted no time.
Either way it goes, I'm still Ohio State.
I already know. Either way it goes, you gonna say fuck both of them anyway.
I was 2 seconds from putting on my Fab 5 t-shirt. I was 2 seconds. I had that. It's right there.
Yeah. No, my mother went to grad school at U of M, and my sister did as well.
Okay, all right.
I've been a Michigan fan my whole life.
I will say the Fab Five, though, that's still one of the coolest teams I ever seen. Them shorts. Like that was like, so I do give them respect for that. But other than that, you know.
I expect nothing less.
Christina, your question. You got to get him back.
I did.
Like the first question, but whatevs. So don't you have another one, Suits?
Oh yeah. So my question is, what is your favorite song you made on Black Dynamite and Sherman Showcase? What is your favorites?
Black Dynamite was probably Chicken Wings.
That was mine. That's mine.
Parody. And yeah, it was probably either that one or the one where we did the September, the Earth, Wind and Fire September parody. Because like me and Tay will still quote that to this day. Like, do you remember? Was the shark? What did he say when the shark ate that?
The shark ate the
Wait, so okay, on Black Dynamite, you get a chance to see it because you got to make the music, so you get a chance to see it before everybody sees it and everything. What was going through your head when they gave you this? Like,
niggas wilding. Same thing with Sherman Showcase. Like when we get early stuff for Sherman Showcase, I'm like, yo, they letting them get away with a lot of shit right now. And I think for Sherman's my favorite was probably Time Loop, because the thing with Time Loop was I made that music for the next album. Like that music was going to be on, you know, what became Forefront. So so they took that and I was like, are you sure they want that? Like, you sure they want that? And he was like, yeah, they gonna put Neo on it. And I'm like, oh, word? And so when we heard the Neo cut, I was like, oh shit, this sound like he sound good on the joint. So in doing Time Loop, I basically did another song that ended up being Love Up.
Listen.
Okay.
The way I play Time Loop, not even on no funny shit, I played it as a single. Like I ran that shit to the ground like a single. It's hilarious, but it's jamming. And
that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. And to me, like, that makes a great parody where it's like it's funny, but it's like, yo, this shit riding though, for real. Like Drop It Low was the same way. We was like, I made Drop It Low for Jesus in probably 5 to 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen who are listening to this podcast, I want y'all to know something. Everybody who is on this that you're looking at on the screen right now, we witnessed the first ever live performance of Drop It Low.
That's right.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Yes, sir.
At the little brother block party.
At the block party. And
I forgot about that.
Oh my God, bro. When she walked on stage and I literally, I think Christina was near me. I was like, I know they're not about to do this shit. I know they not. Oh my God.
If we are, when they told me they was like, Zuri gonna be there, I was like, word. Like, yo, we gotta do this joint. And she's so cool, man. Shout out to Zuri, man. She
alive.
Yeah, that was cool.
We had to do it. It's so funny because when you get online, like there's no room for nuance. Like there's just like honestly, if I wasn't an artist and needing to put stuff out and post stuff, I wouldn't be on that shit, man. I wouldn't, because I'm just like, I was on it today. I was like, this shit frustrates the shit out of me. I can't even do it. So like, I will still get tagged every now and then on a random Facebook post, random IG post of, Drop It Low for Jesus from Sherman Show, the actual, video performance. And the comments, dog, I'm like, you know how many times we done been sent to hell? we done been condemned to hell probably 5,000 to 10,000 times, dog. And I'm just like, do you understand that this is a parody? Like, and they don't. So it's just like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Listen, the audience that it's for gets it. And look, bro.
Man, listen, we had so much fun. I remember that conversation that me and Tay had just off of that. So I was like, yo, like it would be crazy, like if she talking to Jesus like it's her man. You know what I mean? Like we just kind of going through stuff, and I'm like, oh damn, they actually did it.
Oh my God. So what we do is every time we have a guest on the Soul Curators podcast, we create a mix of their highlights or whatever. So I wasn't gonna put "Drop It Low for Jesus" on it, but I think I got it.
Yeah, you got to, because ironically, like it's probably my most listened to song.
That's wild.
Yeah, like if you just go through, like every time I see it posted, it has like just thousands of views, and I'm just like, people still don't like. I mean, followers don't even know that I did it, or like me and Fonte. Like they may hear Fonte because they hear the ad libs.
Mm.
Yeah. As far as like me doing the music, like they don't really know that, and I that's why I would say it at the shows. I'll be like, you may know me for, Sunstorm or Forefront, or you may know me for Drop It Low for Jesus, and folks like.
Yo, another thing, I'm gonna still want to kind of questions. I hope you don't mind, brother. But like one of the things about your catalog that also stands out that people don't really give you a lot of props for is some of the artists that you introduce us to. Like because of your discography, I'm now a fan of Madison McFerrin. I'm now a fan of Dornick. These are people I first heard next to Zo. Also Gwen Bunn.
Yeah.
Now I'm all the way on them because of you. So are you still are you still keeping your ears open for a talent like that? Or are you still interested in bringing people along with you like that? Or how does that work? Because everybody you work with works with you well. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like it's very intentional. With my solo projects, it was mainly myself and Fonte. Tay, I will always give credit to because his ear is always on the ground for new music. So a lot of those collaborations, like he's responsible for. Like he will reach out, to Gwen. I remember he reached out to Madison. Madison actually recorded at his spot for Bet You Wonder and Neither One of Us. So it's very much, at this point, like I said, I'm 46, shit, damn, about to be 47 next week. So,
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So we're, I'm not someone who's like, well, the young folks and blah, blah. I'm not really about that shit. Like I got a 15-year-old. So, she keeps me kind of grounded with that in particular. So I'm like, I really want to hear what y'all have to offer, because I'm sure at some point our music can cross and be dope. Just like with the young cat, Gareth Donkin, like we want to try to work with him and do something with him. Cause I'm just like, yo, you dope, we dope. Let's make something work. I don't necessarily look at it. I always look at like, if it's music that's not for you, then don't fucking listen to it. Or, it's the time and the place for that music. Like if you want to listen to such and such, rock it in the gym or rock it in your car with the, with the subs. You know what I mean? Like it's the time and the place music is everywhere. It's universal. It brings people together. It shouldn't really tear us apart. So I'm just like, yo, let's take the young folks under our wing, man, and work with them and see what we can do. I think that comes from like teaching too.
I forgot you was a teacher. I forgot.
Oh, I didn't even put that. That's another hat I forgot to give him. My fault.
Yeah. I think
MLB teaching music. Like I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think it's like the nurturing part, like kind of really just, I've literally seen music change kids' lives. I've seen a handful of kids make a 180 behavior-wise in school because they learned how to play an instrument.
Yeah.
So I know the power of it firsthand, and so I'm just like, yo, if you into a genre of music that I may not necessarily be into, let's make it work so that it kind of fuses. Like, let's fuse it together. Like, if you into shit, even if you into heavy metal, okay, cool, bet. Well, shit, I got a song you could play a guitar solo on. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways to merge things and kind of put, bring people in rather than, kind of condemning everything.
Right.
So I know we're probably wrapping up soon, but I have a question for you. I know we talked about the festival. So if you had an unlimited amount of money and you had to put together a festival, who would you have in your festival? And what would you call it? I mean, I guess that's too much, but who would you have in your festival as your
Dead or alive? Let's make it
dead or alive. You motherfucker. Okay. I was sitting there like, okay, I hope he just keeps it to alive because good gracious. Let's start with the headline. The headliner would be Stevie. Stevie's the GOAT.
Okay.
Stevie, matter of fact, Stevie and Prince would co-headline. Gee, man.
Okay, put
Mike could be the opener.
It's like, come on now, let's just keep it up.
Boy, okay, all right. So here we go. Here we go. Dead or alive. Sly at Family Stone.
Okay.
James Brown. Parliament Funkadelic.
I'm gonna be high and tired.
Yes. Mike, of course.
Oh damn.
Prince, Stevie.
So the reason we ask these questions though is because we believe in the power of words. So what we, the Soul Curators, have been talking about is eventually we've been inspired by the Block Party. So we're like, one day we're gonna put a festival of our artists that we want. So we already got in our mind who we, obviously you're on that list, but we already have in our mind how we gonna have our festival when it happens. When God say it's time, it's gonna be time. So we like to hear from artists like yourself to see how would you put it? Because you never know. If we get a 3-day festival, I might call you, be like, hey, I need you. Sunday lineup is you. What we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I got a question about your lineup. With that lineup that you have, at any point would you put yourself on stage?
No.
Because your music ties all of that together.
I would be on the side taking notes. I'd be on the side taking notes. Like, just, yeah. Or
even though you've taken in notes from these groups, and I've got a chance to see you twice on stage. I live in Cleveland, so but you guys came and you did a great job at the free event. Yeah. And that was an amazing thing. It was dope. And I got to see you perform, and you put on a show with a limited amount of people. You put on a great show, and all of those people you named put on great shows. Yeah. And it seems like you took notes from those greats already. Yes. You wouldn't want to get up on stage and show them what you learned? Like,
no. Not unless they called me on stage. Like, if one of them called me on stage, like, oh, let's bring up the festival founder. Let's bring him up. And I'd be like, yeah, y'all doing a great job. Y'all keep it going. y'all got this. I'm learning from y'all. Like, this is, but that's what it is. And I really do think that as a creator of music and as a producer, and you have to continue to be a student. It's we always say again, as you can tell, me and Tall Black had a lengthy conversation today and yesterday. So we talked about this too, but just never wanting to plateau, always wanting to learn, and just talking about how sports and music, like, they are the same. They're the same thing. It's the same practice. And I used to tell my students when I was in the classroom, like, yo, if you play basketball, if you play football, if you play any sport, you practice every day, you go in every day, like, you have to be disciplined, you have to be on time, like all of these different things that they don't expect artists to be at all. But it's literally the same practice. And that's just how I like to carry myself. And it's like, yo, you want to, as soon as you think that you the best, here come a kid that's like 8 years old killing your ass. And then what you gonna do? You know what I mean? So just keep working, keep learning, keep expanding, which is what I try to do on every single project that I do. Just bring something new, bring in something different. And you never want to be known as the guy who puts out like the same album all the time, which is why I'm not a fan of, like, for myself, I'm not a fan of like sequel albums.
Right. Thank you.
Unless it's a series like Just Visiting, you know what I mean? But like,
we talked about that earlier about the Just Visiting and in the 80s joint. It was like, yeah, you're not gonna keep making those all the time.
Right. Like that's something that I literally had to stop doing and cut off, much to the detriment of the listeners and stuff like that. But I don't care. Like I'm not, I could be going tomorrow and I don't want people to remember me as, man, he did other people's music great. Like I don't want to be that guy. Like if you want to say that, that's cool, but that's not like my bread and butter. My bread and butter is coming up with music out of here, that's out of here and out of here. So that's what I want to be known for. Like he put out some shit that made me want to go to the studio. He put out something that made me want to, fall in love, or like, that made me want to take it to my parents because my parents love this type of music. And, now my parents are fucking with it. Or now, like you said, now my baby is going to sleep to it. That's these are like milestones and core memories that we are creating with music.
Which is why it was important for me to make sure that that you get your flowers and that you talk your shit. Because the departure that you're talking about, you've far past that. Like your catalog speaks for itself, and
that's facts.
Forward, it's going to be even more intense. So before we wrap, I got one more question for you. You're in a room full of parents, so watch his face, y'all. Watch his face. So speaking about your princess, I know, did she just have a birthday not too long ago?
She did in July. Yep.
Happy birthday, happy belated. But here's what I want to ask. I remember something. I don't know where I saw you said something about you were trying to teach her how to drive, or she was trying to get a license or something. How is she doing? Did she get it? And are you okay?
Well, she just turned 15, so she's still just at the practice stage.
Okay.
I'm going through that right now. I understand.
It's so different, man. Like, because I remember these days. I remember the days where she's laying and her head is here and her feet are barely, just touching my lap. And I'm like, we here now. We're here already. Yeah. This is crazy. But the thing is, like fatherhood is so incredible.
Facts.
That's because, I'm at the stage now. She's a sophomore in high school. So I've always facilitated an environment for her of communication. Mm-hmm. Always wanted to do that and make sure that she knows that the lines of communication are always open. She may not tell me everything, but as long as she knows that she can tell me everything, we all good. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, she kind of does. So, I picked her up from volleyball practice today, and she's telling me about, some boy who be staring at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just like, this is, we here now. Like she texted me about him yesterday, and I'm sounding like Robin Harris and damn house party and shit, like that boy need to be staring at them goddamn books.
Hey, tell a nigga we run fades around here.
Oh man,
stare at them books. So and, she laughing in the text. So I mean that's always been our relationship, and I always wanted to harbor just like I said, a safe space for her, so that she doesn't feel a certain way about things that could be sensitive, things that could be maybe embarrassing, or
right.
Like we talk openly and freely about like her cycle, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like and like even my ladies, like she was like, I would never talk about my cycle with my father when he was here. Like I would never do that. And I'm like, it's just y'all different. I'm like, yeah, it's different, and I just want to continue that, because I know that the teenage years is rough, particularly as a young Black girl. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She just needs to know that I have her back, and her uncles and her aunties, and Uncle Tay, her auntie Cy, Carmen, and Debo, and Uncle Terrell. Like we got her back, and we ain't leaving that.
That's a fact. The reason I asked that question is because I want to also express on behalf of the Soul Curators, like we fuck with your music and all of that, but we fuck with you as the person the long way. So we care about not only what your artistic output is, but you as the man, you as the father, you as all of the roles that you have in your life and that you're going to have. Like we salute all of that. You know what I mean? Because we deal with that amongst each other. So it's only right that we extend it to you. Because and how we get down. We bump into each other over the years all the time. So it's always love, but generally interested in everything that's going on with you and your family. So we are happy to hear that you're in a space that is a lot better where you were, and your output and your artistic output is showing that. And that's why we're here to salute you. Salute. And
and allow me to give y'all flowers too, because there's not a lot of folks who surround us with that type of love when it comes to showcasing our music and letting people hear it and letting people know about it, and also being loud about it. Whereas, a lot of times we like, shit, man, I've been doing this for 20 years plus, Tall Black Guy, 20 years plus, Fonte Nicolay, over 20 years. Like, it's like, okay, again, as I say, when you sit here and you're by yourself and you start thinking, and them thoughts start churning, it's like, yo, well, shit, maybe I just need to, get this W-2 real quick. And, but it's like, when you sit here and think about it, it's like, I'm doing what I'm here to do. I'm living a purpose, and folks like yourselves are making it easier for folks like myself to be able to do that. So I had to give y'all flowers as well.
We lean on this, bro. I need you to understand. We lean on this. Yeah. You feel me? We lean on it on tough days, on good days, on all of that stuff. Yeah. When the days are hard, you just know that if we can be any motivation for you to hit them keys a couple of days when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Please understand that. Yeah.
That's a whole lot of motivation for me. Just hearing you say that, just you see us. Not too many artists see us, but they don't recognize it. So it's like the fact that you recognizing us and you're saying this, like, it means a whole lot. It means a whole lot. So like
we see pretty much all of it. Like we see pretty much all of it, and when it's time to recognize, like we gotta recognize that real.
Appreciate that. I do have one more question real quick before we wrap it up. Is there any way that you could talk about the new music that's about to drop?
I will say this. I do think, and I know if Tall Black was on here, he'd agree. This new album we've been working on has been a huge test in patience. We've had to jump through a lot of hoops for this album. Had to deal with a lot of stuff for this album. A lot of, just a lot of waiting. And I think that, and I keep saying is like, just the age bracket that we're in. I'm in my mid 40s going into my late 40s. And I think that when you kind of set the bar higher as far as like who you are reaching out to, and, it's like, a lot of artists are really busy, well-established families, live. Kids are getting older. A lot of kids are not even in high school anymore. A lot of kids have graduated high school. We're now taking them to college and having to deal with that. And some of them are even graduating college. So like we are very empathetic with that, of course. Like we have to, you respect that. But it's just been a huge test in patience. But I will say that I honestly feel that this is the best music we've made in our lives.
I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear this.
I can say that with a straight face, and I can say that it reflects the music that we're making right now. Again, reflects where we are in life, where we are creatively, where we are as men, where we are as brothers. Like it really reflects that, and I think that I think y'all gonna love it, man. I think y'all are gonna love it.
Can't wait.
That's a fact. So as you probably already peeped, we are merch purchasers. We buy merch. We rock merch. We support merch. So we do have a segment on our show where we highlight and show off the merch that we rocking. You know what I'm saying? So you already showed us that hard ass hoodie you got on the playlist joint. That's crazy. I wish I could be fly enough to be on the playlist.
I'm hoping to add to the collection this year.
Come on, man. Something else for the wife to steal. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start with Christina. Let's see what Christina giving us today.
So I have on the this is Music Sermon, Escape J, of course, Jeanne and Brownstone. It's from Music Sermon t-shirt.
I didn't get the one with Faith on it. Y'all know how much I love Faith. I'm sorry.
Man, same, brother. Same.
Oh goodness.
Okay, we're gonna fly to Cleveland real quick. What's going on? So
I am wearing Zo merch.
The charcoal tribal.
Just good music. This is one of my favorite shirts. And I wear it. And a lot of white folks was like, "What's good music?"
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
anyway, man.
You probably already know what's going on with me. I got on some Zo merch too. It says intention, purpose. Shout out to Monica Blair for obvious reasons. Song came out. I've been on it ever since, and I've been pinging her, like, yo, we could do this video. I can be your love inches or whatever. That's my jam. I'm good for a good 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But,
right.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out, of course, to Zo for making the song. But yeah, Monica, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, big shouts to Blair, man. That's sis right there.
No, they tell me I was gonna be wearing. Now y'all know how many Zo shirts I be wearing, and I had.
That's a fact. She got way more Zo. She got more Zo shirts than Zo. Like straight off.
That's fact.
He just might.
Yo, that's a fact. She does.
You think you can put this on like a champion hoodie?
Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
I need one. When you let me know, I'll buy it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I need this on a hoodie.
Like doing merch is so fickle sometimes because like. You and anybody who has sold anything, anybody who's watching who has sold something, you be like, yo, man, I got this new playlist hoodie, blah, blah. Yo, man, if you'd have had it in blue, I'd have bought it.
Like, what?
Like, first of all, you a goddamn lie.
That's
so talk about that first.
Don't worry. The Soul Curators, we coming out with merch this year sometime soon. The Remedy, we're gonna come out with something. Soup's got merch, so we merch people and we love to support as well. So anytime you got new drops, I got my card and like.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, y'all put y'all support where your pockets is, and we appreciate that as well because it was funny. Was we in Atlanta? And it was a dude at the merch table, and he was like, all right, so how about I get 2 shirts for $50?
Oh, come on.
Come on, man.
Come on now.
What?
We're not playing.
We're deals at the merch table?
I thought he was Mr. Allen's. Let me get 2.
Right, 2 for $50.
So,
$10.
We thank you so much for your time this evening, sir. Thank you for making some space for the Soul Curators podcast. We appreciate you. It's always love with us. Would you please let our listeners know how they can stay connected with you, how they can purchase, stream, get everything related to yourself and Tall Black Guy, just you, what foreign exchange, whatever you want to push, please let them know right now.
Everything is pretty much Zo35. So at Zo35 on Instagram, if you go to Instagram and see the little link tree joint, like that takes you to everything. So it's basically Linktree/Zo35, ZO, the number 3, HREE, the number 5, IVE, and that'll take you to all the places you need to go to.
And the last request we have is that you carve out some time around the time of the new release so we can sit down. We would not only like to do an interview with you, we can do a preview on Twitch and just spin it with the people once it drops. We could do a whole rollout for you.
We can do a listening party.
Yeah, I'm with that.
We did that with Carletta. We did that with Carletta. We did like a whole listening party, and it was dope.
Yeah, it was fine. So if y'all are down, we down to do that. So anything, look, you family, you know where the refrigerator at. Just go get what you need. You feel me?
So, absolutely. I ain't gonna eat up the whole thing.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. This is the first episode of season 3. I hope y'all are ready for what we got coming up for the Soul Curators. Christina, would you please let everybody know how they can get connected with you? I know they know already, but for the 2 people who don't.
So you can get me at Miss Christina Curates on Instagram, and I'll be out with some new mixes soon. So sit tight. School is class, but yes.
Absolutely. Mr. Soup's Kitchen, let's talk to him.
All right, you can get me Soup's Kitchen on everything on playlist or YouTube, Tidal, Apple Music, YouTube. I don't fuck with Spotify. And that's personal, but I don't fuck with Spotify. They don't pay their artists. But either way it goes, you can catch me everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Soup's Kitchen, SOOP Kitchen.
Right there. And everything for Mr. Goodbar is The Remedy Radio on all social media platforms. You can also catch The Remedy every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. KPFT 90.1 FM in Houston, broadcasting everywhere though. And you can hear all of Zo's music, all the Tall Black Guys music. If y'all have been tuned in for any stretch of imaginations, you're already familiar with everything we talked about. And be on the lookout. We will have a mix dedicated to Zo and Tall Black. What's to Zo? We'll do it for Zo. We'll do it there separately when they're together. A Zo mix on SoundCloud, on the Soul Qurators SoundCloud. Stay tuned. We'll have that up soon as well. Zo, again, thank you so much. Much love to you, your family, all your people, and all of that good stuff. Please be safe while you're moving around and all of that. And we can't wait to get through the joints, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to Mr. Al Pete, the MPN Network. This is the Soul Curators Podcast. We out. See y'all next time. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the Soul Curators Podcast, powered by the MPN Network. You can check us out on all streaming platforms where podcasts are available.